The mind is the most powerful gift we have, but it can also be the root of our deepest suffering. Every experience, emotion, and perception is shaped by the mind, creating the reality we live in. But many minds are undisciplined, reactive, and ruled by unconscious fears. People unknowingly fall into patterns of judgment, anxiety, resentment, and guilt. They believe these thoughts are reactions to the world around them, not realizing they are actually shaping their own experience from within. A Course in Miracles teaches that the world we see is not objective reality but a reflection of the thoughts we carry. The mind is like a projector, casting its beliefs onto the world. If the mind is filled with fear, life seems dangerous and uncertain. If it is filled with love, life feels peaceful, abundant, and full of possibility. The world itself does not change. Only our perception of it does. And when perception shifts, so does the way we interact with life. This change can alter our experiences in ways we could never have imagined. We live in a state of mistaken perception. We have been conditioned to believe in fear rather than love, separation rather than unity, and struggle rather than peace. The world we see is born from these mistaken beliefs. A shared illusion shaped by the idea that we are disconnected from one another and from God. Yet just as an illusion dissolves when we see through it, suffering can end the moment we awaken to the truth. And the truth is simple. Love is the only reality. Everything else is an illusion, a misperception born from a mind that has not yet learned to see clearly. Training the mind is the purpose of A Course in Miracles. It is not a religion or a rigid doctrine, but a process, a systematic way to retrain how we think. Just as the body must be exercised to stay strong, the mind must be disciplined to remain clear. An unused muscle weakens, and so does a mind that is not consciously directed toward truth. Most people start their day by letting external forces control their thoughts. They check their phones, scroll through news and social media, and absorb the fear and chaos of the world before even grounding themselves. Their minds are pulled into reaction, shaped by whatever the day throws at them. Without realizing it, they become passive participants in their own lives, ruled by emotions that seem beyond their control. But the mind is not meant to be at the mercy of the world. It is meant to be sovereign, guided by intention, and rooted in love rather than trapped in fear. This is why mental discipline is essential. Without it, the ego takes over. The ego is the voice of fear within the mind. It whispers, "You are not enough. You are separate. You must defend yourself. Attack before you're attacked." It thrives on conflict and doubt. It feeds suffering and keeps us trapped in fear, blind to the love that surrounds us. The ego will resist any attempt to loosen its grip. It will fight to maintain control, which is why spiritual practice requires deep commitment. The Course offers a structured way to retrain the mind. Through daily lessons, it gently shifts perception from fear to love. These lessons aren't about learning something new, but about unlearning false beliefs. They are reminders of truths we've forgotten beneath layers of conditioning. The Course teaches that only love is real. Fear, suffering, and separation are illusions. They may feel real, but they are errors in perception, mistakes that can be corrected. The correction doesn't come through struggle or force, but through surrender to love. Training the mind means choosing love in every moment. Every experience, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to shift perception. A challenging person is not an enemy but a teacher, offering a lesson in patience and forgiveness. A painful experience is not a punishment, but an invitation to grow. Every moment is a reflection of the mind's state, an opportunity to choose love over fear. The world teaches that strength comes from control, from forcing outcomes. But true strength is found in surrender, in trusting that the universe is self-organizing and self-correcting. When the mind aligns with love, life flows with ease. Miracles happen, not as supernatural events, but as natural harmony. Doors open, relationships heal, opportunities arise. What once seemed impossible becomes possible. A miracle, as the Course defines it, is a shift in perception. It is the moment when fear dissolves into love, when judgment turns to understanding, when anger softens into compassion, It is realizing that what we thought was a problem was only a misunderstanding, a false story the mind created. Training the mind doesn't mean we'll never feel fear or doubt or never make mistakes. It means recognizing when we've slipped and choosing again. It's about catching the ego's voice and gently turning back toward love. The mind is like a compass. It may drift, but it can always be realigned to truth. This process requires patience. The world has spent years teaching us fear. Undoing that conditioning takes time. It's a daily practice, a constant decision to choose love, again and again. Some days it will feel easy, other days nearly impossible. But every effort matters. Every moment of awareness brings us closer to freedom. The purpose of the course isn't just personal healing, but collective transformation. A mind trained in love doesn't just uplift one person. It uplifts everyone it touches. Someone who radiates love and forgiveness brings peace to a chaotic world, and their presence uplifts, offering calm where there was confusion. And as more people awaken to this truth, the world itself will shift. Love is not weakness. It is not passive. Love is the strongest force in existence. It is the foundation of everything that endures. Fear-built structures crumble, but love stands eternal. The work of the course is to remember this, and to live by it, to become it. The mind is not meant to be a battlefield, but a sanctuary. It is meant to be a space where love reigns, where peace is natural, and where miracles unfold. The work is not about creating something new, but about returning to what has always been true. It is about remembering who we are.